Hello everyone, I am Sham. I did double masters in computer applications, other one is in technology. My total experience is 18 years. I worked in IBM, Bank of America, Citibank, Emirates Corporation as a Oracle DBA, as a senior Oracle DBA, as an architect, as a senior architect, as a manager, as a senior manager, head operations. I had a team around 80 plus people. And when I was in IBM, I submit my white paper for which I was given the best research paper about an entire IBM Asia Pacific. Seeing that Bank of America people, they literally pulled me from IBM to Bank of America to streamline their IT operations, especially in terms of infrastructure services for Oracle databases for corporate banking. So there in Bank of America submitted another article in association with IDRBT. IDRBT stands for Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. They have a type with Central University, IIT Bombay, Reserve Bank of India, International Monetary Fund of UN and World Bank. So there I was given again a best paper award with a cash prize of around 2,500 US dollars of cash prize from top directors of Bank of America. And 5 years back, I submitted another article for a Canada-based company called Group 5. I did a SWOT analysis for them. What are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the respective ERP products? So all these white papers or articles or research papers will merge towards my doctorate in computer science in databases related to security with a flavor of big data as well. So I'm expected my PhD or thesis doctorate to be completed in another couple of years. So already I completed my a little bit of publications in different areas of IT, especially databases with security. And 2 years I'm expecting my doctorate. So coming to training, I've been in the training field past 10 plus years, and I have trained more number of students globally, worldwide. And this is my quick introduction about myself. And last but not the least, I am a chief mentor for MTech, MS, BTech, BS, MBA students quite some time back, and also an external informal invigilator for MTech students for a couple of universities in India. So today let's discuss some architecture concepts in Oracle database. Let's see how it will be. Oracle database architecture. Okay, so we have file name, we have size, minimum and maximum. Okay, in this there are important files for us. Control files, which is very small in size. Minimum should be 1 and maximum we can have up to 8. Next, redo log files, they are also very small. We can have minimum 2, maximum we can have up to 16. Next, database files, it can be in KB or MB, GB, TB, the size varies. And we can have minimum of I can see 3 files, and maximum we can have up to 6,500 plus. Okay, so here minimum I can say better keep it 5. Okay, and here these 3 files, control files, read log files and database files, they are very important in the Oracle database architecture. Without these files there is no database. And let's see about the physical structure files. Okay, in that we have control files, redo log files, data files, parameter files, archive log files, and we have password files. So these are the six files which are physical in nature. Why? Because these files we can see at the OS level. Okay, so that's the reason we are saying these as physical files which are residing at the respective directory locations which will be defined at the time of installation. Okay, and next we'll see about memory structure. Okay, the memory structure we have two. First one is SGA, second one is PGA. Okay, let's see SGA. SGA is full form is System Global Area. Okay, see, there are certain mandatory components. Okay, in this, the first one is database buffer cache. Database buffer cache. Let's put it in numbers for readability purpose. Second one is redo log buffer. Third one is shade pool. We have library cache, data dictionary cache. Okay, and next we have local latch management. Other one is statistical data. Okay, and coming to database buffer cache. Okay, we have three categories. Again, I mean three components or three categories we can say. Free buffer. Okay, so here free buffer means there is no data, no data exists, which is brand new. Okay, second one is dirty buffer. In this currently involving some transaction data. Okay, some transaction is going on here, so then we call it as a dirty buffer. Next one is pinned buffer. Okay, in this after the transaction is completed, so here we can say either commit or rollback. In either case, we say the transaction is completed. It can be a commit or rollback. Okay, so free buffer means there is no data exists. It's a new means newly created database which is brand new. And dirty buffer means some transaction is going on. So in the buffer, so that will be a dirty buffer. Pinned buffer means the transaction got completed. Either it can be a commit or rollback. Okay. And this is about database buffer cache. And there are some optional, components for SGA. Optional components for SGA. Let us see what are those. Here we have large pool. Next we have Java pool. We have streams pool. Okay. So large pool means if you are doing some big operations like major refreshes or any kind of computations, then we need to set this parameter large pool. And coming to Java pool, if some any Java classes libraries we are running any programs, then we need to set this parameter Java pool. And streams pool means if we have to set this streams pool when we are doing any streams replication. At that point of time, we go with the streams pool setting of this parameter. Okay. So these are redo log buffer and shade pool. Redo log buffer is the place where there is a background process called log writer where it will write the data from redo log buffer to redo log files present on the hard disk. Similarly, database buffer cache also has some data wherein the background process DBWR database writer will write the data from database buffer cache to data files. Okay. And a shade pool, it contains two subcomponents, library cache and data dictionary cache. Okay. So they store related to SQL, PLSQL related stuff here, and data dictionary cache, it will store related to data dictionary data, metadata. And latch means some internal serialization mechanism, internal logs will be there, so that information will be stored. But anyway, statistical information related to data will be stored. Okay. So next, let us see a second mandatory memory structure is PGA. Okay. PGA is nothing but short form for program global area, or we can also call it as PGA, short form. It can be also called as program or process global area. Okay, process global area. So what does it contain? What it is? See here, I can say it contains data and control information. Okay, for a server process. Okay, so I can say one PGA we can have for one process. Okay, here I would like to show you something like a user's terminal. Okay, end user terminal. So whenever they issue any SQL statement, okay, a user process will be created. Okay, whenever the user process created, correspondingly server process will be generated. Okay, then immediately a PGA memory will be allotted, as I told you here, one PGA for one process. Okay, so this PGA will be allocated and the server process will communicate to the Oracle server. Okay, here this PGA, as I told you, it creates a memory for this particular server process. Here, whenever the user issues any query at the terminal at the client side, then as I told you, UP means short form for user process. For readability purpose, I gave as UP. So a user process will be created. Correspondingly, a server process will be generated, and immediately one process memory process, one PJ will be allotted, and This server process will take the input from the user process, whatever the request the client has requested for. That information will be sent to the Oracle server. Here we have to understand one thing. User process cannot directly interact with Oracle server. Only server process will carry forward the request of the user process and it will send to the Oracle server. So we can say server process is the intermediary between the user process and the Oracle server. Okay, so this is what it is. And in the Oracle server we have PGAC, all that. It will process it and it will sends this, it pulls the data from the respective data files present in the hard disk, and again it will send to the user's terminal. That's how it will be working. Okay, and here in the PGA, let us see the components of PGA. Okay, in this let us see the first one, private SQL area. Okay, private SQL area, it stores the bind variables. Okay, runtime memory allocation. Okay, it will do the these activities. Next is session memory. Okay, session memory, uh, it will work on the session variables. Okay, and session information. Okay, next next component we have is SQL work area. Okay, in this SQL work area, it will be taking care of sort, hash join, okay, bitmap merge, etc. So this is what it will be taking care. And next one is OFA. What is this OFA? OFA is optimal flexible architecture. Okay, see, this is Oracle recommends to follow this architecture. Whenever we install the OAS operating system, we try to give the partitions or the mount points. So each has its own significance. So if you follow that, we can have the best output from the Oracle database engine. Say for example, if you are doing everything, if you keep it in one partition, say for example, root directory in Unix based systems, okay, so then it is everything is one place, you cannot expect that performance effectively. So for that we create different mount points like root, user, opt, swap always should be double the size of our RAM. Okay, and we create one partition for Oracle binaries for the software, and other 3 to 4 partitions for our database, actual database, where it has to store one mount point. Other one is for the backups of that respective database location, respective database files. And other is one we keep as a buffer, some space. If you want to make some space utilization of one of the files, then we keep that, right? So accordingly we keep that different mount points. So if you follow this, you have a best efficient way of utilization the database properties. Okay, so that's, you follow this optimal flexible architecture. Okay, next we'll see Oracle directory structures, what we have. So there are different files and directories present in that. So we'll see important one, Oracle base. It is nothing but location of the Oracle software. Okay, maybe different versions. Okay, we have different versions. Next is dollar oracle underscore home. Okay, so it will be in this dollar oracle home we have different directories like bin. Okay, so bin directory, it contains the executables. Okay, like for example, we have SQL plus or EMCA or DBCA likewise. Okay, and here next one is I would like to I will put in these numbers so which will be easy for us to uh, understand. Next directory is RDBMS. Okay, RDBMS, it contains the scripts for the uh, database. Okay, so in this we have again a subdirectory called admin, which contains the scripts like catalog.sql, catproc.sql, and sql.bsq. Okay, so this sql.bsq script is responsible for the creation of the scripts, internal tables like user dollar, sin dollar, priv dollar, etc. Okay, so these are the scripts. Next we have SQL plus. Okay, SQL plus, it contains G login. Okay, and pub bld.sql. Okay, these are the scripts we have. Next we have network. Okay, in the network we have network, I can say admin, network admin. We have files like listener.ora, tns names.ora, okay, and sqlnet.ora. Okay, these are the three important files which we use for the network configuration. Okay, next we have dbs directory. So dbs directory, it contains parameter, okay, server parameter, okay, and password files. Okay, these three files are important, so that's the reason I'm discussing them. There will be many, but coming to Oracle base, it is called as the root directory for Oracle. Okay, and here it is the place where we can see multiple software versions. Say for example we have 9A version, 10G version, 11G or 12C. We can have everything under one roof. Okay, so that is the place where Oracle base is for. And next is under Oracle base we have multiple Oracle homes, 9A Oracle home, 10G Oracle home, 11G Oracle home likewise. And in Oracle home we have very important directories, so that's what I have added here. So there are many, but these are important for a DBA to know. So there is a bin directory which contains the executables like SQL plus, okay, and DBCA, database configuration assistant, and EMCA, enterprise manager configuration assistant. There are many. So next is RDBMS. Under RDBMS there is a subdirectory called admin, so which contains the scripts necessary for the database. So there are scripts like catalog and catproc.sql, and which are very much useful, especially when you are creating database manually. Anyway, that we will be going to discuss in the coming sessions. So these files are responsible for, after the database creation, we need to execute these scripts, and the corresponding scripts for the database creation, even pub.bld.sql script will be executed accordingly. And apart from this, in the RDBMS admin directory, there is a script called sql.bsq, which is the script internally. It will create the corresponding base tables, okay, and user dollar, sin dollar, priv dollar, etc. There are many. So never ever touch these base tables. So there are other DBA related views which starts with the DBA underscore, DBA tables, DBA users, likewise. So next directory is SQL plus. Okay, SQL plus we have two important user related files like glogin and pubbuild is .sql scripts, which I told you pubbuild we use during our manual database creation. Okay, next network. In that we have admin subdirectories. There are three important files: listener.ora, tnsnames.ora, and sqlnet.ora. So listener.ora will be always at the server side, which will listen to the client request. On the client server machine, sorry, in the client machine, we have tnsnames.ora file configured. So tnsnames.ora file contains the details which will be able to connect to the listener. If you want to make a connectivity between the server and the client machine should have the file called tnsnames.ora. Okay, this tnsnames.ora will send a request to the server in which listener.ora file exists. So the listener will listen the request sent by the client machine which has tnsnames.ora file. Okay, that's how we make the configuration. And next is the DBS directory. DBS directory has this three important files: parameter file, server parameter file, and password file. What are these files? Parameter file is nothing but our init.ora, init.ora, or it can be also called as initialization parameter files, or simply p file. It contains the parameter and its corresponding values which will be useful for the starting of our database instance. Okay. Next, server parameter file. What is this? Server parameter file or simply SP file. SP file and the whatever we discussed init.ora or p file, both are same. But p file is a text file, okay, or a simply binary file, whereas server parameter file is a semi-binary file where we cannot see the complete contents of the complete contents in the SP file. Okay, and there are some differences. Server parameter file is we can say it's a dynamic file. Why? Because we can change the parameters without stopping the database. We can make the changes present in the parameters present in the server parameter file, whereas in the parameter file we cannot do that. Okay, and whenever there are two files, p file and sp file, first priority will be given to the sp file. Whenever the database has to be started, the database will be started reading the contents of sp file, not from the p file. If there is no sp file, then obviously the preference will be given to p file. Okay, next, password file. What is this password file? Password file is stores the passwords for the sys user. So this file is very important. Never ever try to make any changes or deletions. We can make changes, but we should be very cautious so that that will be recorded. Whenever you try to log in with sys user again, it will throw an error if it is not properly done. Okay, so these are the files which are important in the Oracle directory. So this is how I want to give an outline about this Oracle database architecture. There are many points in the architecture, many concepts to discuss. Okay, so in this video, just would like to discuss the very preliminary basics of Oracle database architecture, as we need to discuss many more concepts. Okay, In the next videos or in the next sessions, we try to see more. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you. See you again.